All right, so this is creative Lachlan. Mate, you have absolutely been smashing it in the program. I don't even know where to start, but you come a hell of a long way in quite a short period of time in the four creatives program. Yeah, mate, you've just been the same as everybody else. You haven't been given any handouts or anything like that. And you know the only way is up from here. There's you could look at it as if there's a very long way to go ahead of you. And I'm sure there is. You're only going to scale from here, but you're in such a good position now, only 21 years old. So today I just want to hear from you, mate, and how you've succeeded in the program, about your experience. So the floor is yours, I guess. I think the best place to kick us off, just introduce yourself, tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do, sort of thing, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, too easy, bro. Yeah, name's Lachlan Blake from Queensland, Australia. Bit midway up top there. It's previously was a apprentice carpenter, finished my trade, jumped into videography full time. We're still a bit, what I guess you could say, didn't know what I was doing in the business field, and also lacked a lot of confidence and lacked a lot of authority when it came to dealing with clients. At the time, I wasn't really thinking about doing courses at all. Wasn't really crossing my mind. Then I seen one of Reese's posts, Forks Creatives, got my attention. Uh, being able to actually strategize campaigns with clients and actually provide value or create value. Something that I guess clients didn't even know that was there, and more so us pitching it to them to show them what we can provide for their business. They can ultimately increase sales or increase quality of product, all those little basics. So pretty much up to the call of Reese, told him my goals. We set a plan, a 10-week plan out, move forward, start doing the course content. Each week we'll catch up for 45 minutes. Being with Reese, he was always generous enough to, we would always go over to about even an hour 30 sometimes, just because, he would just go above and beyond for you, or for myself. That was my experience. And along the way, I've built my authority, built my confidence, and just all the course content that just broke down a lot of things into detail that you can't find on the internet just by scrolling Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. And not only that Reese himself has his experience, has been on sets, he's dealt with big clients like Shell, Qatar, Manchester United, dream clients for many videographers, and he's been there, done that. And from my perspective, that gave me confidence that what I was learning was proper and professional. And I've gone to the point now that the goal I set with Reese for 12 months, I achieved in, I guess you could say, 2.5 months. And from there, we've just, set out new plans, more of a, where we're looking at. Our last call, we were looking at direction where I want to take my business, like where we re-niche down to, what would you say, what we were more so
Well,
doing? Were we niching
well,
down or choose the
yeah,
direction
well,
that we'll?
well, the like as we know, like the program we split it into, obviously there's many modules covering absolutely everything, but we look at the obviously the back end is your delivery, strategizing your delivery, making sure you're creating strong video assets for your client, that can generate the strong sales assets or whatever they want them to do. It's usually going to be sales assets, and making sure they're on brand, speaking to the target audience, etc. All those things. That's the delivery. Obviously, the closing, the discovery process, making sure you're getting those higher deals, and then the front end is your appointment setting system. But what we're looking at with you at the moment, which if you rewind one step before you start anything, is your offer and understanding what you can bring to, what sort of sounds a bit cheesy, like, but what mark you want to leave on the world, you know what I mean? And what sort of stuff are you inclined to do? What do you like doing? What are you good at? And then just aligning that with a profitable pathway, with whether that's a profitable industry or whether it's some people just niche down on video types. Like some people just do brand story videos. Some people just do testimonials. Some people just do like mini documentaries. Some people do a bit of everything, but then niche down in different industries. So with you right now, like we zoomed out and sort of had a look at your trajectory moving forward. And yeah, mate, you're just a guy who loves business and loves talking business, and you're gonna absolutely go far. And I think like that's we like, well, why not make that into an offer? Like you're chatting with right now, you're having meetings with people who some big winners, and you get it, you love that. So it's like, well, why not, dial your offer in a bit more and say, I'm Lachlan, and my offer is I help companies doing billion in revenue, scale their business with, or scale it or whatever, help their business with video content or brand story videos or whatever that is, and we're just sort of dialing in that as it goes. But I think the sort of people you're targeting is, that's the sort of offer you're going towards. So yeah. So how would you say you've landed there, like using the program or using myself as guidance? Like how would you say, how easy has the process been to land at this point and have a clear trajectory move forward?
I'll say the biggest thing, or just the biggest thing I want to say that I've taken out the course and dealing with yourself, Reese, is coming into it. I guess us, because we are creatives by heart, and we're coming to this business world, want to show our creativity. But at the end of the day, a lot of people don't give a shit. It's they want to know, is your video going to make my business more money, or is it going to help me be able to recruit better clients? Whatever the situation may be, like you can do all your shit in After Effects or Fusion if you're using DaVinci and all that blah blah. But if the video is not going to make them more money, they don't care. So I guess that's the one thing that me and Reese went into deep detail. And that was probably that one concept alone was probably what got me to the point where I am today. Just understanding that I need to look through my client or customers' eyes and what they want in order to help their business succeed and produce better, more revenue, profit, whatever their goals are. So that's the one thing that I've gotten out of this course. It's probably, I could say, that has changed everything.
It's such an important mindset shift, because we as creators will chat about nice shots, and I posted reels about this, like saying this sort of thing. So people watching this have probably, you heard me say this before, but nice shots, good camera compositions, what sort of depth of field did he do, what color grade did he put on there, why did he do this shot, why is it conveying this part of the story, editing it this way, that way, pacing of it, all these things. Me and you could sit here and chat about that for the next couple of hours if we wanted to, and we'd love that, as well as everybody else in the community and any creative people watching this as well. But we are a small community, and a lot of the time when you surround yourself, like, you're the product of 5 people you spend most of your time with. So if you surround yourself with other creative people and you're having these conversations, you tend to think, and this isn't just a creative person thing, it's a human thing, you tend to think that everything you talk about is what everybody sort of knows a bit about. You create this little echo chamber for yourself, but actually we're just one small culture of people, and there's many other different cultures and interests and categories of human beings. So then when you are chatting to somebody in another category, it's easy to assume that they're going to want to hear all about the nice shots and they don't give a shit, like you said, they don't care. Okay, they want a nice looking video, but going into the details, like, oh, we're going to show up with a cinema camera and do this and do that. You can't talk in our creative language to somebody who's not in this world. So then you got to, like you say, it's such an important mindset shift to think, right, I got to speak in this person's language. I got to understand what they want. And ultimately, if somebody's there to talking to you, if you're a tool for them to earn money, if you're going to solve problems for them in their business, and video is a really powerful tool to do that in today's world, obviously, as we know, because everyone's watching non-stop videos. If you can speak in their language and tell them how you're going to solve their problems, understand what the problems are, and do a really high level discovery process, like you say, like, and that's something, you've been able, that if having that mindset shift is the most important thing, mate. So yeah, it's awesome to you that's been the most impactful thing. And if you were to summarize, would you say that's the main thing you've taken from the program?
Oh shit, yeah, I was about to add on to that. Like to give anyone advice, it's just like, don't even mention anything to do with cameras, how you're actually going to make the video, what software you use. Don't even say a word. Like, just go into your meetings, discovery calls, and just talk about what their problem is and how we're going to solve it. That's it. Don't even mention 4K frame rate, color grading. It's just nonsense. Like, they don't even understand. They probably don't even know what 4K is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Start with
Yeah.
like, this is the most basic terminology of when it comes to videos. So the other thing too is, us creatives are very few. There's little of us, like probably under 10% people, maybe say, anyway, video creators anyway, but there's business people everywhere. And that's probably another thing that's helped me, that even just starting the course with Reese and getting into more business, it gave me confidence to actually talk to people about business more. And from in the past 3 months, I've probably got, maybe two main mentors, that one's a CEO, another one is a managing director of a business. And so those people are everywhere, but us creators are very few. So we've been given the gift, maintain that gift, and talk about creative around creative people, but learn from business people, the business game. And if you can find a balance in between, like, that's where shit just changes and shit
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, great advice, man. Honestly, really, really great advice. And making those realizations, like I've watched you make those realizations throughout the summer, and it's been quality, mate. You've made you've made so much progress. It's been mental. But um, but yeah, and just off the back of that, understanding how to speak to people, it's like you sell. I mean, we don't try and sell. You know what I mean? We try and discover and then come up with solutions based on their pain points. But the old saying, like, sell the cocktail on the beach and don't sell the 10-hour plane journey. You're selling the
Mm.
results. You're not selling the how. It's the what comes out of it. And that's such an important point. And yeah, yeah. If we were to sell the how, and that's us talking about cameras and stuff, and goes over everyone else's head. All right, mate, cool. Awesome progress, and yeah, it's been brilliant to watch. Like I said, so what were your can you mention any like recent deals? Like, tell me about any recent deals you've had. What you probably would have charged before, and how the process would have gone compared to how the process went now, having been in the program.
Yeah, the process before, I just reach out and I literally just ask them they want to do videos for their social media pages to grow an organic audience, and didn't have much of a strategy behind it at all. It was more so just make creative content to engage people. That was it. That's all I really knew at the time. So coming into this, again, not even mentioning the creative side, but just coming forward for strategy. Oh, let's do, whether it's testimonials, a brand story, a history video, which is something that I've been doing and people are just catching on like wildfire. Everyone's wanting to do history videos on their business.
So is that
Like
like
my
a
most
like an origin story, brand story video? Is that what you mean?
pretty much like how they started, and uh, the highs and lows throughout their business career. And it's just a way of helping the audience build trust with the brand, their business, that they're not that just, they haven't just rocked up 5 years ago. They've been here for 40 years. Their family, their mum or dad started the business and they've taken it on, and people still trust them. The community still trusts them to this day. So it's more so telling that story, which is probably one of my recent biggest projects, which was 10K. It's just a history video on a Ray White agency. Oh, sorry, a real estate agency, Ray White, in my local town. It was like the first office outside the city um, that they started, and from there turn it into 1,000+ store franchise, which is now international. So from 4 stores in the city, it was the first franchise out of the city into a little town, and started that whole, I guess you could say, legacy of what Ray White is. So a major
Yeah.
real estate agency in Australia.
Nice, mate. And I think like one of the main um takeaways from what you just said there was like that's one thing I've seen you realize quite a lot is the importance of trust. And we all make everything we all buy, every purchase we make, whether it's I don't know, something like a newspaper or it's a bigger purchase like a car or something. We always have to gain trust first and foremost before buying, whether it's a subconscious thing because we see other people do buying it or whatever. Trust is so important, and people won't really engage or buy from someone unless they know, like, and trust them. And yeah, building that trust is such a good selling point, and being able to do that through video, I think, like, obviously that's a massive selling point as well. But I think that's been a bit of a mindset shift as for you as well. Would you agree with that?
With my mindset, sorry, with
So like, have there been? Well, I suppose I'm asking, what sort of mindset switches have you had during your time in the program?
uh mindset, just definitely just people don't know your mindset. You know what I mean? No one can just look at you and know that you're shy, scared. They don't know that. They don't know who you are. You're just some random. So just go out the gates, show a bit of passion, show confidence, authority, show what you know, what you're doing. Because a lot of people are going to be joining the course first time are going to be like me, like they haven't had the experience. It's going to come with time. It's going to come repetition, but that's the one thing is they don't know that you're this shy creative person who hasn't come out of their shell yet. I think that's the one thing
Yeah,
because you think that they know, but they don't. You're the only person who knows that. But yeah, just realizing that it's helped me. And again, I've put in a few reps, so now I'm a lot more confident. But yeah, just realizing that people don't know what your confidence level is.
yeah, that's interesting, man. And it's a good. That's why mindset's the first for the first big module in the program. It's like understanding your mindset, understanding who you are and what you're putting out to the world, and then specifically for people in specifically for creatives and how to, because a lot of the time as well, creative people, just a pattern I've noticed, being in this industry for so long, creative people are just more emotional people in general, and we can self-sabotage ourselves quite easily. But it's just about, and it sounds a bit harsh, but it's to a lot of people, it's just about getting on with it, showing up on days where you can't be bothered, and because being in my position, looking at everyone in the program, the ones who succeed the most are the ones who do exactly that, and they just get up and get on with it. And yeah, mate, you've been a fine example of that, of just filling your calendar up with appointments set, following the process, and then from there, obviously your closing rate is whatever it is, but you've got that predictability and you've got that constant line of prospects, and obviously people need your services, and you're playing the game well, man. So what would you say you found the most helpful in the program? Like obviously from the community to the course material to the one-to-one, like what would you say has been the parts that stand out the most in terms of what's helped you?
Just definitely like how to structure meetings, sales, obviously understanding, the percentage rates of, you know, how many reps or how many people you have to reach out to in order to get a call. For me, I've been quite fortunate. I've been able to do it in person networking, but also I have, done outreaching on social media and understand that, for every 10 people you reach out to, maybe one only responds, or over 100, only 10 responded. Maybe you get 5 on a call and then close 2. So it's just understanding those
Yeah,
ratios.
yeah, and having that predictability is important, man. And yeah, I'm really glad you're taking that. I'm really glad that's a takeaway for you, because that's what that's what sustains you moving forward. So is there anything else all you found helpful that you'd recommend?
Yeah, it was just on the top of my head then, but the one thing I've taken away is just I now just have, because I understand how the game works now, or how to be able to provide value to people with video now. Like that's just changed everything. Like I'm actually coming to them with a product and with a service that can lead them to be profitable in the future or build their brand, which can lead to more business down the line.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's about having those repeat clients and adding that value constantly. And once you deliver that value and the client can see, oh, hang on, my customer base is, I can communicate with them, or whether it's a customer base, whether it's like a company's investors, or for you in some cases, like some of your clients just want to let the public know what's going on in these big sort of mining things that are happening. And like whatever the goal is, it's like video is going to be the way to communicate it. And you've made such good progress getting your clients to understand that. And then once they see the value once, job done. Like they see the value in you moving forward regularly. So, and that gives you that predictability moving forward as well. Once you get them on once you nourish those relationships and those clients as well, like they've obviously see a good return of investment in their investment in you, because they can see the value in it, and they can see all the improvements you can make to their business with your work. Like, what would you say about your return of investment in the 4 Creatives program? Would you say it's been a good one?
100%. I wouldn't be here. I don't even know where I'd be, to be honest. I think even just the idea of just purchasing, this is my first course, and just understanding the value in some courses, but also understanding that some courses are just fucking scams. And just because a course has 1,000 people on it doesn't mean it's a good course. I won't mention names, but I know there's many famous people out there getting caught out now because they've built such a following. People just believe and unfortunately trust them that they're the go-to. But I'm not even sure what number I was in your course, but it was only double digits, and it's probably more value than any course out there that has. And I think that's the other thing too, because there are such low numbers in the course, you're able to spend more time with us and it's more meaningful conversations than person to person, one to one. So that's something that, you know, you have a lot of courses and it's just a big Zoom call with like 50 people on it. And it's just a nuisance, if anything. But this is more just one on one, more meaningful. You get more questions answered in depth, and you'll get so much more further anyway.
Yeah, yeah, mate. I'm very conscious about it not becoming that. Like just having hundreds of people in there. I'm quite picky with who comes through the door. Like, well, not picky. It's like if I can see there's momentum there and there's ambition there, and they got basic creative skills, then let's go for it. Like, and it's just momentum we need. And like I said to you before, that's one thing you've got is mad momentum, and it's so easy to work with, man. Like when you've got that momentum, it's about just tweaking a few things, telling you do this, do that, and you know away you go. And next thing you know, you get in, you know, you're doing a 20K month at the moment. Is that the right figure?
Last month was 20K. Yeah, this month's looking the same.
Yeah,
So,
mate, there you go. Consistent 20K months, mate. So there you go, mate. You've been a great student of the game, and it's been a pleasure, mate. And what is there anything you'd say to anyone watching this in a similar position to where you were before you joined, who's thinking of jumping in?
yeah, definitely. I think like a lot of times when you are making that little coin, you're in more of a scarcity mindset, and it's you can be afraid to make that jump and invest in courses like maybe Reese's, but it's well worth it. Like the investment I've put in Reese is probably already 20x.
That's mad, and
So like
that's music. Yeah, that's music to my ears, man. That's
you know that's better than any stock you can buy in the stock market, any crypto, Bitcoin, all that bullshit that people want to invest in. Like invest in something like this with Reese. Like you'll get a bigger return than anything out there. So
that's a massive compliment, mate, and I'm really over the moon to hear that's what's happened for you, mate. And it's been a pleasure, mate. I would argue that I'm as happy as you for you with your progress. So yeah, Lachlan, mate, thank you very much for your time this morning, man. And yeah, it's been like I said, it's been a pleasure to coach you and see the progress. And mate, it's just a start. Long may it continue.
100%. Yeah. I also just want to add, just like with your clients too, like just build a relationship with them. Like people buy from people they like. Like we mentioned last night's call, it's like you buy from person to person, not business to business. And from me being able to build strong relationships with clients, you know, probably my most significant one is client I went to. It was just a 2 job uh, project or 2 video project. Um, you know, every time I went there, we just had nice long conversations. We discussed, you know, 3 months forward, he's got me work with, I think, 4 different industries now. And he's now my mentor. You know,
Yeah,
a person
exactly.
who's been in the aviation industry for 40 years. So he's got 40 years experience of dealing with everything you can probably ever come across. And yeah, just think about that. Like, don't see everyone as just, I'm going to get, you know, obviously you want to provide value. But don't see it as just getting money from them and providing them, you know, video. Look deeper and actually look at creating a meaningful and long-term relationship with them.
Yeah, I mean, it's 100%. Like it's a cheesy old line as old as time, but your network is your net worth. It really is. And ultimately, over time, like if you add value to somebody once, why wouldn't they want you to do it over and over again if they're going to see that return of investment on you? And the great thing now is like when social media wasn't always around and it was always face to face. You are great at face to face. That's your preference. Um, and you know we've had different discussions about different places to go and people to speak to, and it's about networking. But obviously now we've got the advent of social media, which has just engulfed the whole world, and we're able to do all that networking online, and we've got solid outreach systems giving us predictability. But again, you can't, you know, not enough can be said for in-person networking as well. So yeah, man, you've been quality of that, and you know that's your preference, and you've just smashed it. But Lachlan, mate, thank you very much, man. And yeah, like I said, long may it continue. And thanks for your time this morning. And yeah, we'll catch up soon. And I hope everyone watching this, hope it was handy for you, hope it was useful. And if you're on the fence, drop me a DM, drop Lachlan a DM. I'm sure he'd be happy to message you.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram, mate?
It's just my business page. It's just Sonova_media.
Cool. Happy days. All right, mate. Thank you very much. And I'll speak to you soon.
I appreciate it, brother. Catch you.
Nice one, mate. Top man.